Well, hello again, everybody. How you doing? I'm Andy Vitale, host of My Fight Our War and co-host of My Brother's Keeper, Bikers podcast with my partner, my brother, and co-host Thomas Guffey Vestergaard, and have actually no idea, no clue what I'm going to say or talk about. None, not at all. But that's never stopped me before. And you know what? It's been a while since done that, just popping on. It went from going on doing lives pretty much all throughout the day, every day, to not much at all. And you know what? I kind of miss it. Um, so got home from work, got all freshened up, took a nice shower, ate, and I'm like, you know what? I could either kick back, relax, and just chill, watch the Tigers, or just get some rest, or I could pop on here and see what everyone's up to and just kind of just shoot the shit. So I decided to do that. Now, I don't know if anyone's even gonna come on here or not, which is fine. Just in case, I am going to share this to two other pages here, there, and there. All done. Um, and the very kind person I am, very considerate. Um, my my brother Thomas, even though yes, he's from Denmark, he is currently in Sweden, which is about 6 or so hours difference. So it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I figured, what a better idea. What else should I do besides get all the Thomas, let him know I'm going live? I mean, what's the average person doing at 2:30 in the morning? So I sent him a text just to say hi, to let him know I was thinking about him, because here, that's what I, say to you guys, just reach out, say hi, and stuff like that for no reason. Well, you know what? If you're going to talk about it, do it, right? So here I am talking about just reach out, say hi, just reach out, give a call, shoot a text, let people know you're thinking about them. Well, you know what? If I'm going to talk it, I better do it, right? So I just wanted to pop on here and say hi and let you guys know I've been thinking about you. And just kind of with everything going on, man, how it's just amazing to me how this journey, um, it seems like this whole process has been going on for a very, very long time. And as far as time frames, My Fight Our War started January, was it the 9th of 2023. 1/9/2023 is when I got my ass up off the couch and went in the kitchen, sat down, and finally actually did something that I said I was, going to do, instead of just talking about it. I actually did it. And um, and it cracks me up. I keep this in the studio on purpose. My Fight Our War, and my little satanic looking, crazy, rabid looking, yes, that's supposed to be a wolf. I never claimed to be able to draw or be a host or be any of these other things. But you know what? It should never stop us from trying. And that's what I did. So I got up, went into the kitchen, sat down, took a pen, and wrote My Fight Our War. Then, with the worst drawing ever, put a wolf in the middle, and then put join our pack and never be alone. And lo and behold, here we are. And this coming January 9th will be, our 3-year anniversary. And then I started thinking about all of this madness here: the lights, the cameras, the mics, the studio. Um, for me, it feels like this has been going on for a very long time. Um, in actuality, it's only been, uh, January, or I'm sorry, July 4th coming up is when the madness really kicked off, because that's when um, I actually, it was right around the beginning of June. Me and Ian Bick started talking about coming on the show, and we went back and forth a few times, and then lo and behold, made it happen. Set up a date to fly to White Plain, New York, go to Ridgefield, Connecticut, and be a guest on Locked In with Ian Bick. And the rest, as they say, is history. And I tell you what, I had no idea what to expect. Not a clue. All I knew is I better step up and do my best. You're going in with the big boys here, and I just wanted to do my best. And I, again, clueless about what to expect. Except I always said doing this is going to be myself. Never going to be anything but. And that's what I did. Holy crap. You know what, Thomas? Since you're up, I could always send you a link and you could pop on right now if you would like. So, what do you think about that? Let me see here. If you're up to it, since you're up, I don't know why you're up so early. It's not like someone sends you messages at 2:30 in the morning. So, your call, my brother. If you would like, I can send you a link right now. And if you would like to pop on, no pressure at all. Or we could just sit here and I could just talk about, the amazing things that are going to happen with my brother's keeper, a biker's podcast, my fight our war, and all the other things with Thomas and the sensitive biker, him and Sophia's wedding coming up July 19th. Nothing but positive thoughts and prayers and happiness for Thomas and Sophia, because if there's ever two people that deserve it, it's my brother Thomas and Sophia. It's like the rest of us, man. We have gone through. Okay, brother. It says, "Yep, do that." Is that supposed to be "Yep, do that"? So, I'm going to take that as a yes. So, what I'm going to do here, folks, is attempt to send a link while I'm live to my brother. Let's see. What does she have this under? Bear with me. Let's see. There you are. All right. I'm going to take it that Yep, do that is Yep, do that. So, folks, I am going to send an email or link to my brother and see if we can make this happen. So please bear with me. Invite, copy, copy. Hold with me, folks. Whoop. Dot. SKOU. Whoops. Don't want to read that out loud. All right. All right. Now let's see if this worked. My brother, I just sent the link. Send me a message on my phone. Let me know if you got it. This is going to be just Thomas, let me know if you got the link or when I see your face pop up. But I just want to make sure you got the link before I put this away. So, folks, or I should say, me and Thomas. Hey, Trouble, how you doing? Lori, you are about to be part of something pretty special here. If it worked, I'm trying to get this sent to my brother in Sweden while I'm doing the show, while I'm talking to you guys and sending a link. So that's where we're at right now. And here he is. Oh man. There, my brother. Can you hear
How
me?
are you?
Well, yeah, I was about to just take it easy and just chill. It was so hot today. We've been in the last 5 days or so, we've been in the upper 90s, humid, crazy heat. I mean, dangerous shit. And I got home. I go, I'm done, man. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? All you've been talking about is getting back in the saddle again, doing this stuff. So do what you do, get your ass in the studio. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at your name and I'm like, damn it. I go, you know what? I'm doing it. So Thomas, just for everyone that knows what a trooper Thomas is, he is in Sweden right now, and it is what 2:30 a.m. Is that right?
Uh,
About
one.
1:30?
Yeah, 1:30.
Man, well, I didn't know if you were gonna be awake or not. I just figured I had a feeling though. See, this is the scary thing about me and Thomas. We've got this weird kind of, the brother thing going on here. But hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I
Oh,
actually, uh, I actually bought a new mic so we can try it out.
that sounds like a plan. I tell you what, uh, don't leave me no wait a minute. We got some Lori said, yo, Manny, don't leave me no more. He never answers his phone. I have been going, well, everything's going back to normal, Lori. It's like I'm doing right now. And um, this is why I'm doing this. No more bullshit. No more, life is life, right? So we just push forward. So you got the new mic.
Yeah.
I tell you,
Uh,
did you ever think that shit like a new mic would make you happy? I mean, for me, it's
no.
like, ooh, I got a new light for the studio.
Yeah, but
Before
it doesn't work.
it's not
So
working.
it's not gonna make me happy.
Oh, what's going on?
No, I don't know.
Or oh man,
Maybe it should have been connected before I checked your link. I don't know.
you know what? That I know with mine sometimes when I go through the process of setting up because I've got the cameras, the mics, the interface, and all that, I got to set up in a certain order, and sometimes I
Exactly.
get in a rush. So that's probably what it is. But
Yeah, I think so too.
I can still hear you. And just so you know, man, I've been getting a lot of
What?
positive feedback from our show.
Oh,
And
nice.
yep. And so I was just chit chatting about upcoming events, and of course, I had to throw July 19th in there.
Of course you have.
Man,
But I
that's
like to
good.
know about the coming events too, because I don't know anything about it.
Well, you know what? That's what I was getting into a little bit. Is either do I? In fact, I was just sitting here, and oh, and the thing is, I'm not kidding. And everyone that has been following me since day one, it's not a joke because usually I'll be sitting here. OG's she's not here. She's at her house and she's not in studio. But usually before going live, I'll look over, and first thing I'll say is, "What is today?" And she'll remind me what day it is, and then what are we going to talk about? And then she goes, I don't know. That's your job. Oh, so then just wing it. And that's just the fun of doing this is just being spontaneous and not taking life too serious because that's all I did, man. And I was so uptight and miserable. Now it's time to have fun. So like me and you, we got our hands full here. We've got a lot of responsibilities that we have to take on.
That's true.
And the
But
thing is,
I don't think it's going to be any problem finding anything to talk about, because
mhm,
that kind of just goes every time we meet before the podcast. Then we get it right away. There's always something,
yeah,
so
it
that's not a
just
problem.
it just flows, and that's what I've always wanted with this platform is I never wanted it to be stuffy or uncomfortable. I tried to explain it the one time to this one guest. He was really nervous, man. And I'm like, what do you enjoy? And he was talking about hanging with his friends and family. And he was talking about being outside right there, man. I'm like, bonfires. He goes, I love bonfires. I go, all right, that's what we're doing. We're a bunch of your buddies, your family, us. We're all sitting around a bonfire just shooting the shit. He goes, all right. And we just started talking. I didn't go live yet. And we were just talking about certain things. And I'm like, you good? He goes, yeah. And I hit live and we just started talking and talking. And he didn't even realize it, man. We just had a good conversation. And that's it. But
Yeah.
hey, yeah, I just got a message from our boy Tyler. And not
Oh,
only that he was so happy and proud to have you as a guest. Guess who else he's having? Stacks.
thanks.
Stacks.
I saw he asked him on one of his videos, so I think that's gonna be nice. So now he's
Yeah.
gonna be on as well. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, he's got Thomas and he's got Stacks. Little son of a bitch never has me on the show yet. Oh man, but I'm telling you, man, it's just just this spontaneous shit. I just wanted to, get out of this funk and get back to doing what we do, and just have a good time and talk with everybody. We got Lori out there, Jeremy's on. Jeremy, God bless you, brother, and my friend Karen, who her biker name is Trouble, and she fits that
Uh-oh.
name very well. Her and Bigfoot are out traveling the states in their mobile home. Yeah, and her Karen and her mom Phyllis were always watching us and had a great time. Unfortunately, her mom was pretty ill and passed, but she used to love watching the show, and she would always let me know when her mom was watching because we'd always mention her name. And she said when she heard her name, her mom would react and smile, and that made the day. And
Yeah,
so Trouble, me and Thomas are here to take the reins.
that's true. And now
So
we're talking about other podcasts. I talked to a guy a couple of days ago, and we're gonna do a interview on Friday. I don't know when it's gonna come on, but it's Hard Knocks Talks.
with Dan and Donna,
Yips.
they were my first live video show. They were my.
Yeah.
I love Dan and Donna.
I
Brad,
I talked to a guy. I forgot his name. I'm not good with names, but
well,
it'll be fun.
if it was it was Dan. Unless
Yeah,
it. Well, oh, okay.
exactly. Damn.
Dan and Donna Hard Knocks. They're from Saskatchewan, Saskatoon, whatever it is. It's like one of those
Something.
Canadian places. But Dan and Donna, Brad McLeod was Sober Patrol or Sober's Cool, and he was my very first podcast I did. It was over a year and a half, whatever it was, year and a half ago or so, and it was only audio, no video at all, and that was my
Okay.
first one. And he goes, "How many how many shows have you done?" I'm like, "None." And he's like, "Oh." And he was worried about dead air. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. As soon as we started, it went so well. We went an hour and a half. Afterwards, he said, dude, he goes, you're a natural at this. And he goes, I'm going to hook you up with my friends of mine. And it was Dan and Donna. So
Yeah.
that is great. Man, we got people popping on here. We got Vincent. We got Anne Marie from, from Connecticut. She was a guest on the show. So this is good, man. And Anne Marie, Vincent, everyone, and especially Trouble. Get used to seeing this picture, myself and Thomas. Oh man.
Yeah. That ain't gonna be the last time, that's for sure.
No, man. So how are things in Sweden today?
Yeah, today it's one of those days. But it's a new day tomorrow, and things are good. Nothing bad happened. It's just so, sometimes it's just bad energy or something, I don't know, that needs to process the mind. And I don't know why I feel a little off today, but that's just the way it is. As
Well,
soon as I accept it, it will pass, I'm sure.
yeah. And not only that, you had your crazy brother from the United States, get a hold of you at 1:30 in the morning.
But yeah, I was just about to go to bed, but you fucked that up too, so thank you.
See, hey, you got to do what you do best, and that's what I do best. So
Exactly.
I knew that you were having like a little bad vibe going. I go, I'm going to change that, man. Let's do this. So, welcome to the party.
Oh, thanks. Well,
Uh,
if I have to do something with technology, it's always gone bad. Give me some wood and some screws, and I can build you a house. But something with tech, that's not me.
See, man, that's the thank God that we have people helping us because when it comes to IT skills, myself and Thomas, not so good, not so.
No,
But you know what?
we can't be good at everything. So
There you go.
yeah,
But other than that, yeah, I mean, I like I said, hey, had no plans whatsoever of coming on, and it was funny too because as I was sitting here, OG sent me. She sends me my to do list throughout the day of things that I always forget to do,
to
and she
go to
sent
the
me
toilet and drink
go
water and
pretty
yeah,
much. But I swear, I mean, you know,
brush your
people have,
teeth.
people are like, well, she's like, did you do this, this, and this? I'm like, well, no. She goes, I gave you the list. I go, you forgot to remind me to look at it. you know, but yeah, so I just as I'm sitting here getting ready to go live, she sends me a message. Don't because I've got a friend of mine in Fort Lauderdale or Fort where is he? Oh, he's in Florida. I know he's in
Mm,
Miami, and Nelson Rodriguez, Honor Among Thieves, is his show. And I tell you what, he's incredible. He's been on my show in Connecticut twice. I've been on his, and
yeah.
now we're working out arrangements to fly to Miami to do a couple shows there. And he's got some friends that want to come on My Fight or War while I'm there. So I'm going to use his
Nice.
studio. So it's working out well. And we had everything set. But unfortunately, because of my full time at Harley, I wasn't able to work out the dates right now. But that's all right. Hey, it's just postponed a little bit. That's all. Let's see. We got Anne Marie saying, um, no wonder why you're not answering your phone. You're live. Okay. And then she put, I need OG to do that for me. I forget everything. Anne Marie, and I'm telling you, man, uh, my
Yeah.
organization skills suck. And, I joke around about OG a lot, but, you know, yeah, she holds this madness together. So I got to give her credit. Hopefully she's not watching right now. I don't want her to, hear me saying nice things about her.
Yeah.
But
But because of my PTSD, I forget things as well. Even when my mother was alive, I used to call her and ask me every time at my birthday how old I was getting because I couldn't remember. And for some reason, dates and places, names are something I forget a lot. I even forget the names of my children sometimes when I'm really stressed out. And a new thing just popped up. I start forgetting colors now for some reason. So
really,
maybe it's time to take it easy with some things in my life. Maybe,
I
hopefully, it
tell
will
you,
get better after I'm married, or else it will get worse. Who knows?
yeah, I'm not, I'm gonna shut up. 'Cause just like OG always says, man, she goes, some of the stuff you say, because I'll say, "Come on, man." I go, "We'll celebrate sober dates, birthdays, anniversaries,
Mhm.
this." I go, divorces. Hey, sometimes that's the best part is the divorce. And she's like, "What do you?" And I go, "Hey, man, I've been engaged 3 times. I never made it down the aisle once, but I'm really good at will you." But the I do part, it's like, I do. What do you mean I do? Oh, and I was, as you guys know, I lost my aunt, so we're at the funeral. We were talking about, um, me and my relatives, my cousins, we're all the same. So you figure a bunch of me's all around. That's scary. And we were talking about how sad it was, the event, but it was nice that we were all together. And I said, well, that old saying is, the only time the family gets together is either funerals or weddings. So I couldn't resist. I'm like, well, aren't they about the same? and, and there's OG's just like, really? Hey, Lori,
Oh, nice.
Lori just chimed in and said, oh, wait a minute. Oh, this was for you, Thomas.
Okay.
Anna in Connecticut said, I wish you lived closer. I have a treatment that would help you. And she's serious. She's got an amazing treatment center in
Oh,
Connecticut.
nice.
In fact, I'll have you, I'll hook you guys up. So, she's also be great to have come on as well. And then Lori chimed in, did you get the rings back? I can't. I'm trying to remember if they were real. I think one of them was the very first one. I
No,
can't.
if it's only the first one, then you learned your lesson.
Yeah, I tell you, man. But yeah, I mean, talking about the PTSD,
Mm.
for people that don't have it, thank God, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, man.
Yeah.
For me, my own, everyone's different. But for mine, oh my God, for a while there, probably about 7, 8, 9 years ago, I would I'd panic. I'd have panic attacks around 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night because I knew I was going to start getting tired, and I would try not to go to sleep. I was so terrified of the dreams, and some of them were to the point where I didn't know if I was going to wake up. And I mean, well, everyone's different, but the severity of them. When I still get mine, sometimes, but you can feel like it takes me back to that moment where I can see things clearly. I can the same smells, the sounds, the people's
Mm.
voices, the screaming, the shots. I mean, everything that is part of that situation. It's literally reliving it again. And I
Yeah.
know everyone's different, but man, I tell you what, it's terrible. And it's something that really needs to be addressed. Um,
Yeah. I had I have flashbacks, not so much anymore. I sometimes I have the smells and some feelings from the time that the trauma happened because of some place I am or something someone said, or just it just comes in my mind for some reason. But before, I also had dreams, and one time my girlfriend back then, she tried to wake me. That was a very bad idea because I almost choked her to death because I didn't see her.
mhm.
What the face I saw was another person, and even the voice, and it was like a bad B movie. I was lying there, uh, fighting for my life, trying to choke this guy, and suddenly he has a woman's voice, and then I see her face
Yeah.
between my hands, and it was scary. I never been so afraid in my entire life. And of course, she was afraid. She ran out of the room crying, and yeah, that was the end of that relationship.
Oh man,
So
it
yeah,
really is that terrifying. I mean, that's how real it feels. Um, just jumping back. I don't have OG here to take care of all the comments and stuff. So I was just looking at this. Lori said the rig's back. I can't remember about that. God help us. There's more Manny, more of you, Manny. Yeah. Just think if there was twins or if I had just think of 3 of me. Lori said that she gave her ring back. So we're getting some updates here. And my girl Katie and Danny. Katie's in the house. It says, "Hey, Manny, the kids also say hi, Uncle Manny." Well, Katie, you tell those beautiful kids hi for me and Uncle Thomas from Sweden. Christy says, that's right. Today is 2 years sober for Christy. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. Awesome.
Christy, that is awesome, man. I know I'm jumping all over the place right now, but I'm just going through the comments here. Trouble says sometimes even smells set it off. What you just said. So, yep. Lindsay is in the house and she's got the dreams can be so real. Lindsay, you got it, man. For those of you who do suffer PTSD, man, I tell you what, we all know how terrible it is. And Trouble said, I threw one of my rings back. I threw it back. Hey, well, that's why your name is Trouble. He fits that name very well, Thomas. But so we're good. It's going to be jump around time. So we're going to be talking about very serious PTSD and then throwing rings.
Yeah.
Hey, but
I don't know how we connect those 2 things, but we can try. But one we talked about, I think in one of the other earlier episodes, that you use a lot of energy when you have PTSD, especially when you're out among other people, because you're always aware of your surroundings, sounds, noises, people, their looks, their behavior. Is someone acting weird, or is there someone looking at you, trying to follow you or anything? And it's hard because I don't even think about it. I just do it. It's just a reflex of because of my past life. I just scan everything like a computer, and my brain just knows. I don't even have to think about it. It just happens automatically because of all the shit I've been through. I have to be ready to fight at any moment. At least my brain thinks so, or what's left of it.
No, but you just said almost word for word. And the thing is, and I'm sure a lot of us have the same, characteristics. I mean, not all identical, but the same, because what you just said, well, part of me as a former police officer and as a highwayman biker, we have to be that way. When I walk into a bar or anywhere, I'm always got my ass to the wall and I got the doors, and everyone that comes in, I'm looking at them. I'm looking at the person sitting at the booth behind me, the table across from me, who just walked into the bathroom, who walked out of the bathroom, who just walked in after I did, what car is next to me. I mean, all this stuff is just nonstop, and it's just like picking up on stuff, and it is tiring.
Yeah,
it never shuts off. And so when you were saying that about you, I see that's one thing about me and you that is why this clicks so well, is understanding it and relating with it, and then carrying it and being able to explain it to everyone else with theirs as well. Because I know we got other people that are chiming in. Let's see, what did I miss here? We're doing pretty good here. Katie said, my daughter just smiled when you said hi. She is currently fighting walking pneumonia. Oh, Katie, I am sorry. Well, you tell her that we are here and we're sending positive thoughts and prayers for her.
Certainly.
Trisha Gibson says, summer is always a trigger for me. We got this. Okay. And Lori in Alabama says she's praying for Katie's daughters. If I can ask prayers for me, just for more self-awareness. Christy, you got it. That's for Christy. Um, boy, I missed a few of them. Right. We got you covered, Katie. All right. Wow, we got a lot of people chiming in here. Up, self-awareness. Amen. Well, I tell you, the only thing that's cool about this, Thomas, is a lot of times, when I'm doing this shit, I'll be talking to OG and I'll read a message. I'm like, wait a minute, what are they talking about? And OG's like, they're not talking to you. It's like, oh, yeah, everyone's talking to each other back and forth, and I love it because that's the platform that I wanted, was like one big family hanging by the fire. In your case, it's 2 o'clock in the morning in Sweden.
Yeah, that's true. But also the comments you said, it's proof that it actually works.
Yes,
And people are connecting, and that's connection is very important. We are flock animals. We sometimes we forget that we are just an animal. We think we are smarter than anyone else, but if we see the way we are living and the way we treat each other and the world, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, you got that right, brother. We got excuse me, I'm sorry. We got Carrie just popped in. We got a lot of our Alabama family chiming in here. So thank you from Alabama. And Lindsay, Lindsay is one of our amazing she rides horses. And I love horses, man. And I'm always messing with it's like, well, okay, when someone's gonna invite me to ride some horses.
Sophia rode horses when she was younger. She had a few, and she won a lot of contests here in Sweden.
Well, there you go. Well, for a wedding present, Thomas got to buy a horse. Oh, Thomas,
it's a little expensive. But,
I've got a request for you, Thomas. This is from Lori. Thomas, on your put Alabama on your calendar for the first Saturday in June of this next year is the event that we had in Athens, Alabama. And man, I tell you what, if there was any way that, you and Sophia could do that, that would be amazing.
Yeah, we need to come over anyway at some point and see your studio and tell each other our stories. So yeah, why not? We'll see if we can fit it together. So everything will work out.
And it's funny too, because when Lori first brought this up, I think it was in September or so when we were talking, and she was telling me about this amazing event that they do every year, and wanted to ask if I'd be part of it. Now, of course, I'd be like, yes, and I'm like, wait a minute, when is it? And she says it's in June. And I'm like, June, man, it's not even winter yet. And you're talking June. I tell you what, man, next thing you know, in a blink of an eye, it was June. And Lori put on, along with everyone else in Athens, Alabama. Thomas, you talk about a beautiful family, a community. It was amazing. And can't wait to get back. Donald Blow will be here. Donald Blow. But yeah, man, I got to work on my passport to come and see you.
Yeah, you have to. We are currently making I don't remember if I told you this, but we're currently making a chapel out of an old horse trailer for our Corsa campus, we call it. We have I think 6 caravans now, big ones. The biggest one is 30 square meters inside. And we made that as sleeping quarters with bunk beds and everything. So we got accommodations for about 40 people, and with the 3 new wagons, we can have 3 whole families extra.
Man.
Or I think there's the biggest one is six beds in it. so room for 6 people.
That's
And
big.
it's my plan to maybe in the future that people can come either from the club or from around the world. Anybody who wants to come and take a breath from life, just take a step back for a while, sit and meditate in the chapel and hang out. It's a beautiful area with a lot of nature, woods and a lake. So it's a very nice space, and there's always people around from the club or some of the people that surround us. We have a guy that came in, 2 weeks ago. He's been in a coma for I think 10 days because of drug overdose. And when he woke up, he just contacted one of our members and said, "I want to be clean. I don't want to do this anymore." So he showed up with a week clean at our clubhouse at the last meeting, and we're gonna see him again. So that's awesome to be a part of that journey.
Man, that's just so incredible that, and hearing, talk about the club and all that stuff, because me and you, when we talked about the motorcycle club, I immediately go back to my MC and stuff, just like with you, and it's so different now. You know what? I'm sure, like with Karen, there's a few people on here that are probably wondering what you're talking about. Thomas is the president of COSA, and why don't you throw that, let them know what COSA is, man, because we're going to be talking a lot about this.
Yeah, we probably will. Coordination stands for Knights of Saint Anthony. Saint Anthony is patron saint of lost souls and lost things. And we thought it was fitting because most of our members are former addicts, former gang members, and soldiers with PTSD. And the club is it's a spiritual club based on the principles of the 12-step program. And we have chapters in, now I have to be careful, I have to say the right number. In 6 countries now. We have supporters in 3 other countries, and we are trying to start up chapters in France and England, in Scotland as well. And I have contact with our former members from a former Clean and Sober clubs in Canada. But Canada is very hard. There's a lot of politics, and with the patches we got, even the 99%, because it's a diamond, it makes a lot of problems in some states and areas. But we are Europe's largest Clean and Sober club at this moment. We had our 10-year anniversary last year, so we're going on our 11th year now, and it's just growing almost on a daily basis. Our largest chapter is in Holland. They are 35 guys, I believe. And in Poland, we have over 60 members.
Man.
So it's growing a lot. We have to start making smaller chapters because chapters are too big now. But it's awesome, and see how it works now, because the first 5 years I was just doing all the work and trying to have enough members just to call ourselves a club. And we started as a 3-piece patch MC, and because of politics, when we started in Denmark, it wasn't a problem. But when we wanted to make chapters in Norway and Sweden, you can't just start a chapter. You have to pick a corner. Hells Angels or the Bandidos. You have to choose which one. And we tried for a period of time, but it didn't really work out. So We wanted to stay neutral, so we switched from a three-piece patch to a one-piece, and that was necessary to be able to keep being neutral, because we have a lot of members in a lot of different 1% clubs and gangs. So, and if we are gonna stay as a clean and sober fellowship, then we have to be neutral. We can't choose, because we have so many different members from different clubs. We have to be neutral. It's essential for our survival.
Oh,
So yeah.
it really is. And I completely understand what you're talking about. And there's a lot of people who don't ride, don't know some people are like, you're a motorcycle club. You get on a bike, you ride, you wear whatever you want to wear. That's
No.
not how it is. A simple patch, being opening a clubhouse without talking to the people could have that clubhouse blow up that night if not done correctly, properly through the proper channels. Wearing a certain cut, certain patches, as we see, man. And for people not in the biker world community are probably going, it's a diamond, it's a stupid patch. There's things you do not say. And around, it's just like the respect that you have for someone who is a uh, professional, like ballet dancer. There's certain codes of etiquette in every single type of area of expertise, man. And or like hobbies, not hobbies, but something, an organization, that bylaws and stuff that you abide by. And if you're in that, that is sacred to you. And so what people may look at as some silly patch, people have gotten killed because of comments, because of actions over a patch. So that's what Thomas is talking about, man. You got to be very, especially to go into the MC world as a clean sober group, club, all these different terms that we got to use, man. That's even more credit to you and your guys, man, because you're going to get challenged by people. Make the mistake of seeing a bunch of guys who are now in a religious or sober club. Don't take that for weakness, because we are the same guys that were in that 1%er club that, so the same guys, don't take what that's saying. Don't mistake kindness for weakness, and don't mistake kindness for, because deep down inside, things still churn if pushed the wrong way. But for you guys to be doing that is just amazing, man. And it's just growing, like you said, by the day. So that's awesome.
We actually have less than one relapse a year.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and we are over 100 members at this point.
Less than one a year.
Yeah,
that's and for, I mean, you talk about a support. What better support, man? You get a bunch of bikers, and now it's getting to the point. Now I've talked to a few people where I was talking to them, and afterwards, they're like, in the past, addiction had that stigma where you didn't talk about it out loud, man. You were very, and now, man, we're shouting. Yeah, I'm sober. It's like, this one guy, after I did a speaking engagement, he goes, you know what? And he just was so excited. He goes, I was almost felt embarrassed to be sober. I'm like, what do you mean embarrassed? He goes, I thought my guys that I hung with looked at me as weak. Being sober made me like a pussy. I'm like, what? Are you kidding? And he said, now he goes, it's cool to be sober. And I took that and I ran with it the rest of that weekend, man. It's just like, it's cool to be sober. People were yelling and just because it is, because you can still be as crazy. I still do the crazy, stupid stuff, but just not under the influence.
No, that's for sure. Yeah, and in our fellowship, it's back when I was a Nazi when you hate or fight with someone. That bond you have, it's very strong. Like with soldiers that have fought together and killed together. And of course, we don't do that anymore. We're not a 1%. So we have to do something else. And I didn't really think about it when we started, but when we share, we because we have members from AA and NA and other 12-step groups, and someone that even doesn't go to 12-step, that goes to churches or therapy or something else, because whatever works for you works for you.
Mhm.
But when we are together, we hold what we call fellowship meetings, and it's actually just like an AA meeting. But we have a circle where we say, "How are you today?" and you share what happened since last meeting, good or bad, how are things going, how are your thought system today, and stuff like that. And and if you can sit in a group with bikers with tattoos and gold rings and patches, and you can cry because you have a bad day and your motorcycle didn't start and it was raining and everything sucks, and that kind of connection you get from showing your emotions and seeing your brother just be there for you, just listening, and doesn't use it against you and don't see you as weak. That
Yes.
is that creates a connection that is not as big as soldiers fighting together, but it's very
Oh,
as close as it can be.
when you can
And
sit there,
that's really awesome. I have brothers that I would die for,
Mhm.
really, and I couldn't imagine this fellowship without them in it. And sometimes it's for life. Sometimes you get disappointed because that's how people are. And but we are still here, and we're bigger than ever. And also with the when we talked about the relapse, we have no former members at all over the 10-year span that went back to their old environment. None at all.
That's
So even if they left, they went to the church, or they concentrated on their family or work or whatever they wanted to pursue in their life, but they never went back to their old ways. So
see
that's a win, I
that
believe.
that's huge, man, and that just goes to the commitment that you guys that it's not just talk, it's
Mm.
living it. And one thing you just said about how sharing your emotions, man. When I first started doing this, because I mean, just like I did, man, when you cannot show weakness when you're
No,
in the situations that we were in. You don't ever show weakness because it get you killed. And
they eat you
and
alive.
oh, and now, ever since I started doing this, I'll never forget the first time I was doing a show. Um, I started getting really emotional, and I knew I was about to lose it, and I was about to stop. I was about to just that was it. Cut. And for some reason, I just had this overwhelming sense of peace, even though I was
Mm.
about to lose it. I started crying. And it was when I was telling my story, and it was when I started talking about my brother Jerry and how he died in my arms. And his last
Mm.
words were, "I love you, brother," and holding him and just looking at my other friends saying, "What a terrible way," just reliving it. I'm crying, but I just kept telling the story and going on and on. And I finished the entire thing, and it didn't bother me one bit. And I didn't know what type of response I'd get. And next thing you know, the page took off. People were chiming in, um, saying how refreshing it was to see, especially guys, being that emotional, showing that much love for my brother, for my best friend Jerry. And it's just like ever since then, I mean, there's times I'll be boohooing like a little bitch, and it's just I got no problem with it. I actually had a guy one time, a host, say, listen, man, he goes, just so you know, he goes, we can stop edit whatever if you start to get, whatever. He goes, some guys, as far as getting emotional, I'm like, why would I want to edit that? I want people to see the true. So, but seeing your guys there side by side, there's no better bond to be in that vulnerable position and look next to you on either side and across from you and seeing your brothers. I got you, knowing they got your back. You're bulletproof, man, at that point.
Yeah.
Oh,
I sorry.
Speaking of bulletproof, I just looked. Tyler just said, my brothers. Tyler's in the house.
Yeah. We actually had a chapter in America, in Vermont, about 5 years ago. But it turns out that the president was an informer, and he stole all the money from the chapter and closed it down before I could get to visit them. So, yeah.
It just goes to show you, man, there's
It
scumbags
happened.
that are sober too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
Just because you're sober doesn't make you a good person, man. You can
No, that's true.
yeah, just oh man. Mr. Tyler Thompson, man. We got the legend here now, boy. He's getting all the big hitters coming out. He's got Thomas, he's got Bill Stacks. Look at you.
Yeah.
Great, Tyler. I'm really proud of you, man. Between your MMA and knocking out addiction, Tyler, you're doing incredible, man. I'm very happy for you. Let's see. Everyone else here. Well, Lori had to go. Lori said, glad I got to catch y'all. I got to work something really big I got going on. Blessings to everyone. Now, there you go, Lori.
Interesting.
Yeah, Lori is always full of surprises. But anyways, man, like I said, I just wanted to pop on here and say hi. And I didn't know if you were going to be up or not. So this is something that, I'll be doing from time to time. And what I'll do is I'll just shoot you a message. And if you're up, great. And if not, I'll see you next time. But let's, we'll keep doing this. Besides our normal shows on Monday, everyone is watching. Every Monday, 4:30, you're going to see myself and Thomas on My Brother's Keeper, a Bikers podcast, every single Monday at 4:30 Eastern time. And now mystery My Brother's Keeper with me and Thomas whenever. What did Tyler just put? I wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. Hey, well, that's why we're here, man. We're family.
We have to help each other.
Yep, that's right, man. But all right, my brother. Well, listen, Thomas, thanks for taking time to pop on here, man. I love you, man. I
love you too, brother.
About what we got going and the things that we are that are in store for us and what we have in store for everyone else. So please let Sophia, let her know that we're thinking about her all the time as well, and all of the Coastal brothers, sisters. They're always in our thoughts. And I love you, man.
Love you too, brother. Thank you for sending me the text. See you soon.
Talk to you
soon.
And
remember, don't have a good day. Have a great one.
Back at you, man. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was very unexpected. And for those who popped on, thank you. And Tyler, that's why we're here, brother. Family. We are here to support each other. We're here to motivate each other. We're here to kick each other in the ass when needed. And that's what we're that's why we're here. We're not here to judge, bully, look down on. We're here to take care of each other. And like I said, to Lori, and I'm trying to think everyone else, Christy and Carrie. Man, who did I forget? I don't want to forget anyone. Let's just put it this way. All of my Alabama, Christy on her 2 years, cannot forget Christy, my friend Trouble, Anne Marie, Lindsay Bryant, and of course, Katie and Danny, and of course, to Katie and her kids, man. Thoughts and prayers too for her daughter who is dealing with walking pneumonia. So we are sending lots of positive thoughts and prayers to you guys. Katie, Danny, love you guys. You know that. And again, Christy, congratulations. Trisha Gibson, it's always nice seeing you pop on here as well. Lindsay, got to get out there and ride some horses, man. So this is something that we are going to. Jeremy, I'm sorry, can't forget Jeremy. And that's it. Unless there's some that I did not see that are on the phone, because I do not have OG in the studio, and I sure as heck didn't plan on being on this long. What the cool thing is I'm really glad I did this because this is what makes me happy. This is what helps me kind of keep focused and in tune and on track, is doing this stuff and doing it very spontaneous. Those of you know me know that there's no scripted anything that we do. It's just talking from the heart. And as you saw, we could literally go from talking about some silly ass shit to very serious stuff, joking around about my past to talking about very serious stuff and PTSD. And that's what I will always want to do. I don't want to ever have a cookie cutter platform, and I won't have one. And to each their own, man. I will never criticize anyone or look down on anyone else's show because it's their show. It's your time to shine, man. Like they say, you do you. What I want to do is just live life, man. And I've had people, you're going to have haters everywhere, and that's fine, man. I knew going into this, I wasn't totally stupid, that you're going to have people who are going to love you, support you, and wish you the best. And they're going to have people who hate you and want you to fail. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to keep moving this family forward. And, on Mondays with myself and Thomas, when we are doing my Brothers Keeper Bikers podcast, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be, going on a wild ride, man, the biker's lifestyle. But not only just for bikers, we're going to invite everyone into our world, everyone into our family to discuss whatever it is you want to talk about. And my way of thinking is, of course, being sober and recovery is priority. Everyone knows that. No one has to remind anybody how serious, that is and needs to be taken. And when I do speak on different things as far as myself, that's what it is. It's coming, and I'm speaking for myself and myself alone. I will never, ever tell someone what to do, how to do it. No, nor will anyone in our family. What we will do is give you a ton of ideas and suggestions that worked for us. If you choose to try it and it works for you, great. If you choose not to, that's fine. You got to find whatever works best for you and then just kill it. Just keep going after it. And you be you. What works for me and what works for someone else, that's fine. You just do what works for you and go from there. But my whole philosophy is, because I did have, and I'm really glad that this dude kind of got in my face one day. And he was talking shit about how I don't take this serious, and just talking a lot of crap. So because I don't talk about recovery, sobriety, and all that 24/7 from the minute I hit live until the minute I hit end stream. And I was like, well, if that's what you're looking for, don't watch me then. Because my feelings is I've been so truly blessed to still be alive, that I am going to live life to the fullest. And if that means being silly as a son of a bitch 1 minute and serious as a heart attack the next, That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because as I was doing an interview one time and I was asked about that, and I said, what's the use of being sober if you stop living life? I am not, addiction had me trapped in this hellhole that we all can relate to, where you're surrounded by negativity, and it's just it's everything was controlled by addiction. I'm not going to let recovery become my addiction by having me afraid to go somewhere, having me not do something because of the possibility of something that might happen. And again, this is speaking just for myself. There's people who feel very uncomfortable about they can't go into certain places that serve alcohol. They can't see them. They can't. And to you, God bless you, man. And don't put yourself in a bad situation. Never set yourself up to fail. Don't ever do that. You come first. So if you aren't able to do these things, don't do them, and don't test yourself. Well, I think I can do it. If you've got that moment of I think I can, but maybe I shouldn't, don't even try it. For me, I do everything that I do in the past, except without drugs and alcohol. It's just that simple. And I still want to do my crazy ass shit on my Harley, run with some crazy freaking people in my life that now there's certain lines that I draw that I don't cross. Before there wasn't a line that I wouldn't cross. Now I've got my boundaries and my, that I have for me and myself, and I abide by them. And that's it. So, like I said, for me, I am going to live each day to the fullest. And if that means, just being silly as shit one minute and crying like a little baby the next because of different emotions, so be it. Because the man up there has blessed me. So he's the only one that I'm accountable for. He's the only one that I, am, worried about as far as doing right by, and then of course myself. So I hope that made sense. It kind of did up here, but by the time it got to here and out there, I'm sure not everyone's going to agree with me, but that's fine, because if we all agreed, wouldn't life be boring? Isn't it kind of cool to have a little bit of controversy? Because as I always say, man, I love controversy because it brings about conversation and thoughts and ideas. And yes, at the end of the conversation, you might say, you know what, after all this, man, yeah, I still think you're an asshole. But I can kind of see what you meant by this. We just made progress. So I wish you guys all the best. And the one thing and the most important thing is don't ever give up on yourself. We're in charge now. Addiction's only a word. Addiction is not a death sentence. Love you guys. Keep fighting a good fight.